What's going on, guys? Alright, so I've been busy lately. Haven't really had a chance to make any really real videos, but I just wanted tonight is everyone's been waiting for this. It's I've been waiting for this. Everyone's been stressing about it for the past couple of weeks, ever since the Cavs finally closed out their game, and then the Warriors swept the Spurs. Guys, it's time for us to break down what both of these teams need to really do to win. And it's simple. It doesn't get any more simple than this. But I'm gonna start with the Cavaliers. This is going to be this is a trilogy. This is the tiebreaker. This has to happen, and we might even see this for many years to come. But this finals is going to be, even if we do see this the next year, this finals is still going to be even more important than next year because it is the tiebreaker. It is the make it or break it, and if you don't show up, you don't belong to be there. So it's pretty simple of what everyone needs to do to win this, win themselves another championship. Uh, First of all, for the Cavs, we need. You know what? I'm going to talk about J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith has to show up. J.R. Smith has to show up. Kevin Love is going to have to show up. I know LeBron's going to show up tonight. I know Kyrie's going to show up tonight. But really, it's going to come down to, is Kevin Love going to show out? Is J.R. going to, hit the big shots? Is he going to be smart? And also the focus also goes to their bench. They need their bench to show up tonight because playing playing a game with the Golden State Warriors is not easy because you're trying to outscore them. You can't outscore the Golden State Warriors, but you can play really good defense to try to prevent them some type of way. It's not easy. It is not easy at all. We all seen what the Golden State Warriors are capable of. It's even worse now that it's with Kevin Durant. Yeah. So then with Kevin Love, we've seen Kevin Love show out so far. He's shown out in the Game 5 against Boston. He took Boston apart piece by piece. Kevin Love did his thing. To be honest with you, I think Kevin Love is MVP of the conference championship. To me, I think Kevin Love deserved it more than anyone else. Kevin Love did his thing, showed out. He got them the dub. He's been dropping. LeBron he had like 2 bad games in a row. 2 bad games straight. Went 0 for 4 from the 3-point line. He went like 4 for 13 from the field. LeBron, the chances of LeBron. I know everything, with this racial thing that happened with his house, but I know LeBron as a player, and LeBron as a player, he's not going to let something something like that get to him. He's not going to let that affect his game, and he will come out. And if anything, he's going to use it as fuel to show the world, hey, we're going to be champs again, and we're going to deliver Cleveland its second title. I think Game 1 is where it's the setting stone, at which we all saw what happened last year with Golden State and the blowing of a 3-1 lead and how people really couldn't let it go. But it happens, stuff. To be honest with you, I believe. I've talked to this with some friends before. I believe that the whole thing with the blowing it through. I think that after Steph Curry got hurt, it was kind of already a done deal. But yet they still were able to go up 3 games. Curry didn't have to pull all that on his body. Curry was already hurt. Curry tried to do too much. He had nothing to prove. Curry had nothing to prove. You are a 2-time MVP. You're a nominee. You know what I'm saying? You have nothing to prove. And yet he goes out there injured. He's not able to show up. He costs his team. They come back. Warriors blow 3-1. And Cleveland gets their first ever championship. That's history. That's legendary. You know what I'm saying? But now it's time for me to go over what the Warriors is going to have to do. Now, this is where it really gets hard because you don't really know where Kevin Durant's head is. Kevin Durant a couple of years ago, I want to say 2013, when it was Heat versus OKC in the finals. Kevin Durant, he was there and he showed up. Kevin Durant showed up. The reason why they lost, if I'm not mistaken, the Thunder won game one and lost every game after that. He showed up. Russell Westbrook, James Harden didn't show up, or Reggie Jackson. Those guys didn't show up. So it really, one guy versus that team was just damaging. You're not supposed to win, and yet KD still goes and does. He tries to do what he does best. But, is KD's head in the game? Is he nervous? I think that's going to have a huge, a play. I think that's going to be, where, because, think about it. KD is defending LeBron. He did a good job the last time he was in the finals against LeBron. KD did a great job. He did an outstanding job. I can't even find anything that was wrong with his game. He played great offense, and he played awesome defense. KD, he's just going to have to just move everything aside and understand, hey, this is your second time ever fighting for a title. This is not a normal game. This is a fight. You're going to have to go out there and you're going to have to do what you need to do to take home your first ever ring. And I feel like KD's going to learn what it means to fight for a ring, like really fight for a ring with a team that is actually going to be there and show up whenever he needs them to. I think that Steph Curry is going to show up for sure. I think Steph Curry is the biggest piece that they need to this puzzle, and mostly because Steph is facilitating right now. That whole entire sweep, not the whole entire sweep, not game one, game 2, 3, and 4 against the Spurs. Curry showed up. He did what he needed to do. He dropped 30 points in every single game. I think maybe in one game he dropped 26, and I think that was the first game. But after that, he dropped almost 30 every single game. Curry's finding what's comfortable for him. He knows the feeling of going up against Kyrie Irving. He understands that, hey, I'm going up against Kyrie. Kyrie, if you ever disrespect Kyrie will show you wrong. Kyrie does not get the credit for his shooting. Kyrie is one of the best shooters in the NBA, no doubt in my mind. Go back and look at the shot that, Kyrie hit in Curry's face, and then he pretty much broke him before he hit the shot. That's... Yeah, you gotta... Curry has accepted the fact that, I blew a 3-1 lead in the finals. Yeah, I tried to do too much, and yet he's still out here. He's performing. Right now, to be honest with you guys, I think we're looking at the MVP of last year, Steph Curry, in the finals right now. I think he will show up and he will do what he needs to do to work the basketball and get not only himself open, but his teammates open, and they're going to hit great shots. Draymond Green. Draymond is something. Draymond is... with all the rotations that are going to be going on during this game, I feel like Draymond is going to get a taste of LeBron and a taste of Kevin Love. So, yeah, that's going to be it's going to be interesting. We know how good of a defensive defensive player Draymond is. So, he really showed up all season. To me, I think I'm giving him MVP over Kawhi for the first time ever, shockingly. I really never thought I'd say that. But, Draymond... He has been there in the clutch defensive moments that Golden State needed a big block or a big steal. Draymond has been, he's been there. I think when it comes up to, I think Draymond all Draymond has to do in this series is keep his temp. He just needs to understand, hey, know when to stop. Know not to do anything to get himself suspended. Because I feel like last year, even though Curry was hurt, he wasn't 100%. I feel like if Draymond hadn't got suspended in Game 5, it probably would have ended at a Game 5 or, at the game or the Game 6. I really feel like we wouldn't even saw 7 games. So I think Draymond just needs to keep his, temp under control. I think Draymond needs to just play his game of basketball. Don't play Kevin Love's game of basketball, because it will be the matchup of Kevin Love and Draymond, and I feel like, yeah, with all those rotations, like I said, he's going to get a taste of maybe Tristan Thompson. He's going to get a taste of maybe LeBron James. Even he might even be on Kevin Love I mean, not Kevin Love, but Kyrie once in a while. So you never know what happens. He is the MVP of defense of this league. So yeah, he's had an outstanding year when it comes to defense. A lot of people don't like him. I just respect his accomplishments. I don't really like him that much either. But hey, and finally, I think the biggest piece to the Warriors' puzzle of winning this championship. I broke down with the Cavs. The Cavs don't really need much because, to be honest with you guys, it's really what the Cavs. Okay, what can the Cavs do to stop the Warriors? That's the question. Because it's not what the Warriors have to do to stop the Cavs, to be honest. Think about it. Just think about it. I mean, this really, when you think about it, it's just not fair. You got KD, Steph Curry, and, with the All-Stars, Draymond and Clay there, and then their bench is actually pretty decently stacked. I mean, man, it's like you're basically. I feel like the Cavs bench is deeper than the Warriors bench, and maybe that's going to have a big part to play. But I mean, if you're getting blown out by 40 every game, it doesn't matter, how deep your bench goes. So yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of scoring. Really, this is just going to be just interesting on who scores the ball. I mean, that's where it comes down to for the Warriors, man. What the Warriors are going to have to do. What the Warriors are going to need to have to do. Klay Thompson has to show up. Klay Thompson doesn't have a choice but to show up. Klay Thompson has to go out there and be the guy that dropped. How many points was it? Was it 60 points? I know. Yeah, it was 60. I think he dropped 60 points. Klay Thompson has to go out there and he has to score the ball. He's been struggling all playoffs. He hasn't been there. He's hit some shots in some big moments, but Klay I don't know where his head's been. He hasn't been the same Klay that I remember playing during the regular season. Which of course things do change, but I mean if they don't want this to be close, and if they really want to take home a championship for surely with ease, maybe even in a sweep, which that sounds kind of crazy, right? Klay has to go out there and drop 20. Curry's gonna have to go out there and drop 30. KD is gonna even have to drop I give KD dropping 29. You know what I'm saying? It's just what they have to do. Draymond he's gonna have to go out there and get 13 blocks. Kyrie's gonna have to break everyone's ankle and go in the paint. Get yourself fouled. It's those things that everyone has to do in this game to make get themselves another championship, and that's what makes this game so. That's what makes things so hard. My prediction, really, like I said, guys, it's just not fair. Plus, I'm a fan of Steph Curry. I've been a fan of Steph Curry for a couple of years now, and I'm pulling for. I guess I'll pull for the Warriors on this one, but I think the Warriors. I don't see this as going to a Game 7. I say Warriors in 6 at the most. If it would be different. It would be different because if it wasn't, think about it, the matchup of J.R. Smith and Klay Thompson. J.R. and Klay have both not shown up this postseason. Kevin Love and Draymond have both shown up. Kevin Durant and LeBron James. Kevin Durant has been more efficient than LeBron this playoffs. LeBron has had a couple of bad games, but Kyrie and Kevin Love has been there to hold him up when he's having bad games. That's pretty much that's what teamwork is all about. When you're having the bad games, that's what you got to do. And then also, what you can't forget is you got Zaza and Tristan Thompson, which, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm putting Tristan Thompson over Zaza. But when it comes down to, think about it, they still got JaVale McGee on the bench. And JaVale is not the best player. As a matter of fact, JaVale is the Shaqtin' God. JaVale is just, oh my gosh, JaVale is not smart. But JaVale, at the end of the day, can do some outstanding things. Not only can JaVale hit the mid-range when he can barely even make a free throw. I don't even know how. But not even though JaVale can hit the mid-range, and for good passes, he can go and score the basketball in the paint. That's the things you got to look at. The benches, of course, the Cavs got Kyle Korver coming off the bench, an awesome shooter. But like I said, Warriors in 6 be mostly because it's not going to matter. Because I mean, Cavs can sometimes having a problem. They have problems scoring, but they make up for it in other ways. But I mean, if you're getting blown out by 40 points, it's not. The last game they were in, they got blown out by 35. I mean, 35. It's not going to matter what good are you in other areas. If you're getting blown out by 35, man, that the only thing I can say to prevent that is just awesome. You got to play outstanding defense, the best defense you've ever played in your life, to stop them from scoring. Because the Warriors know what they're doing. They know exactly what they want to do, and they know how they're going to do it. So, yeah. Like I said, Warriors in 6. Like, comment, subscribe. Leave your comment on what you think. Where do you think this is gonna go for? Who you think's gonna win it all, and how many games, all that. And yeah, peace.